This video is brought to you by the Pretty Pouch Company, an amazing company which sells accessories and amazing gifts for a great price. More on them at the end of the video. Computer science is heavily linked to maths, and almost all mathematical objects are first of all sets. A set is a well-defined collection of objects. Well-defined just means that it is possible to decide if a given object belongs to a collection or not. You come across sets every day. Take out your phone for example. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, all these different social media apps and apps in general are sets because they are well-defined collection of objects. If you haven't already, become a part of our community and become an immense support to making these videos by subscribing. In the previous video, we discussed linear arrays. I will link that video below, but briefly speaking, a linear array can be thought of as a sequence of positions. Now I'm mentioning linear arrays because it's important when we discuss characteristic functions, and characteristic functions are the way we represent sets within computers. Here is a characteristic function. Mathematicians like to be concise and eloquent, and this is what this formula does. It gives you a definition by using as minimal amount of symbols as possible. Let's understand these symbols. The capital A represents a set. F of x means function of x. Function just means output, so that means output of x. This symbol, which looks like an E, means element of, so what it's saying is that x is an element of A. The one below it means not an element of, so when x is not an element of A. I'm using the word object and element interchangeably. They both mean the same thing. So what is this formula saying? This formula is saying is if you had a set A, the characteristic function of A is that it's 1 when x is an element of A and 0 when x is not an element of A. Here x represents the objects inside the set. Let me simplify this for you. Ignore the formula on top for a second. Now let's imagine we have this universal set called U, and U has these objects inside. A universal set is any set which has meaningful data or information. So for this example, we've made the square, circle, triangle and that straight line meaningful information. Since the formula above uses the set A, let's pretend the set A contains the elements, the circle and triangle. That would make A a subset of U, because the elements of A are inside of U. The characteristic function of A is that if we took the universal set U, any value of U that isn't A is given a 0, and all the values of A are given a 1. The square isn't inside of A, so that would be 0. The circle is in A, which will give the value 1. The triangle is also in A, which gives another value of 1. And that straight line is not in A, so that value is 0. And this is the characteristic function of A. Recognize how the characteristic function lines up with the elements inside of U. Let's do an example with numbers to see why this lining up is important. Let U be the set containing elements 1 to 6, A be the set containing the elements 1 and 2, B being the set containing elements 2, 4, 6, and C being the set containing elements 4, 5, and 6. Find the characteristic function of A, B, and C. For all these characteristic functions, we're going to use U, the universal set, as a reference point. A contains the elements 1 and 2, so the characteristic function of A would be 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, because we assign the value 1 for elements of A and 0 for not elements of A, and the elements 3, 4, 5, 6 are definitely not elements of A. We're taking the universal set U and basically giving it values of 0 and 1 depending on whether it shares common elements with the set of interest. So again, for the characteristic function of B, 1 is not in B, so that would be 0, 2 is in B, so that's 1, 3 is not in B, so therefore it's 0. 4 is in B, so that's 1. 5 is not in B, so that's 0. And 6 is in B, so it's 1. The last one is shown below. You can see that this characteristic function consists of zeros and ones. For A, B, and C, the order that these 0 and 1s are placed matters. Because the position of where these numbers are placed matters, it's a linear array. Okay, now that it's gone dark, let me bring your memory back to the Pretty Pouch Company. I've met the people that run this company and they're really genuine and sincere. So buying accessories and gifts from these sort of people is a bonus. So support their business and upgrade your style and health by shopping at the Pretty Pouch Company. Accessories make you stand out from everyone else, and it can be a great gift and a sentimental piece. Maybe some of you think you don't need accessories and your personality is more shinier. Just remember, when you're dead, archaeologists won't be able to see your personality. So make their jobs less boring by accessorizing, and make this life that you live more colourful, and elevate your style with accessories from the Pretty Pouch, because they have great quality stuff for a good price. Also, if you haven't already, follow them on Instagram and TikTok. I already am, and I'm looking out for a great gift for my mum because Mother's Day is around the corner now. Everything is linked in the description below.